That would have been funny. It's just saying we can't be in two places at once. In today's reaction, we are back on Russ Abbott, and this time he's joined the final frontier. By which I mean, he's gone on the Starship Enterprise, man. The guy's in Star Trek. Let's check it out. Now, I only know old Star Trek with, like, William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy and stuff. I don't know any of the newer stuff, so hopefully this is, mind you, it's Russ Abbott in the 80s, isn't it? So it's going to be old. So hopefully it is Captain Kirk and all them. Right, let's go. Straight away, the Star Trek, the Starship Enterprise is an inflatable toy. Right, okay, that's where we're headed. That's on strings. It's underinflated.
Captain's log, stardate 5728.4. The Starship Enterprise had been through the Milky Way, and we were on full boost towards Mars.
Right.
Up to now, things were running sweetly.
Who's he going to be? Captain Kirk?
Reverse thrust, Mr. Sulu.
It's an old cast anyway. He's Spock. Russ Abbott is Spock. You tell me now that Russ Abbott does not put someone to sleep in this by squeezing the shoulder. Come on. There's got to be some sort of parody of that. Look at the size of his ears. Proper overstated.
Where have you been, Mr. Spook?
The ladies' toilet, Captain.
You mean?
I've boldly been where no man's been before.
Position, Mr. Spook.
I'm over here, Captain.
I can see that, but what do you make of this force field?
Well, Captain, comparing the inertia coefficients with the linear impulse readings, allowing for the pull of gravity and the constant amplitude drift, minus a modulation tangent factor of 10, the astral chart configurations are inevitable.
He is totally ripping the backside out of Dr. Spock with the big, intelligible words. You know what I mean? This, and the whole thing is going back to, like, the Basildon Bond. Like, what's your position? Over here. And then the play on he's been on the girls' toilets because he's boldly been where no one has been before. Yeah, it works in really, really well.
Modulation tangent factor of 10, the astral chart configurations are inevitable.
What does that mean?
We're lost.
Been lost for years.
I think I picked something up.
Lucky you.
No, I'm getting a signal from that strange planet down below.
Put it on the speakers.
Fuck off. For those of you who don't know what that tune is, that is from the UFO that is in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Iconic film. Iconic.
Put it on the speakers.
Very good.
What do you make of it, Spook?
Make of what, Captain?
That signal.
I didn't hear a signal.
How can anybody with ears that size not hear it?
Unless they had said it, I'd just say after I did.
How can anybody with ears that size not hear it?
This is my humour.
Captain, are you having a go at my ears again?
Of course not. I wouldn't dream of upsetting you, wingnut.
Hey!
This is all very logical, Captain. Allow me to tune in, please. That's better.
What do you make of it
In
then?
the 80s, well, I'm saying the 80s, round in England, if someone had big ears, they'd say that you've got, like, satellite dish ears, and they'd say that you could pick up frequencies or radio frequencies or television, like it's like a satellite dish. And the way he's tuning into that with his tuning in is yeah, it's gold. It's definitely a British thing, that.
That's better.
What do you make of it then?
I'll name that tune in 3.
Name that tune.
Of course, I've got it. It's Mr. Whippy. I'll have a chalk ice. What about you?
Ice cream man.
Oh, hurrah!
For a moment, I thought you were going to throw up.
It's not a tune. It's an identification signal. You know, Spook?
Spook.
I think we're going to have a close encounter.
Please, Captain, not in front of the men.
attack can be taken one of two ways, but it's also a play on Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Let's go.
Have a close encounter.
Please, Captain, not in front of the men.
There you go. He's done
Do
it.
that, Spook. Mr. Sulu,
Oh, wonder when you're gonna get round to me.
can you plot the precise source of that signal?
You betcha. Yeah. Signal come from precisely 4 parsecs into trillion quadrangle. 18,000 years into trillion nebula.
Where's that?
Oh, you couldn't have got away with that L's for R's scheme in nowadays and age. People would deem that now as racist. I love the fact this ship is being driven by a guy with a car steering wheel in a, it looks like a mastermind chair. Brilliant, brilliant. It's just like, it's totally ripping Star Trek, you know what I mean?
1,000 years into trillion
Vulcan Death Grip as well.
nebula.
Where's that?
Nebra.
Down there, I think.
So
Mr.
bad.
Spook, I want to see Snotty immediately.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Hey, Sooty!
I said Snotty, not Sooty.
Sooty is a character, what was the guy's name? Is it Matthew somebody? Had Sooty, Sweep and Sue. And there were puppets that he used to have in the back of a van and like do like a bit like a Punch and Judy show. But it was that sort of like, Sweep was the naughty dog that squeaked and Sooty was the one that didn't make a noise but he could talk to everyone. And this is a play on and I could say an English show called The Sooty Show.
I said Snotty, not Sooty.
Oh, manners.
It wasn't me, it was the doors.
Snotty, prepare the transporter. There are 3 to
You say
be
Snotty
done.
or Scotty?
We're going to investigate that planet. Check communicators.
You cannot be down, Captain. All the power's been drained from the warp drive. We're on impulse power as it is.
That sounds terrible, Snotty.
Snotty,
Engines
not
are
Scotty, yeah.
engines, Spook.
I'm not talking about the engines, it's the accent. It's terrible.
Clearly the guy's not Scottish. I mean, do you know what would have been quite funny? If they could have introduced Scotty, right? But instead of doing Snotty, he could have come in as Jim. You know, Jim, whatever his name, Jim the Scotsman that Russ Abbott does. Now could have come walking in with the braces and the kilt on and stuff. That would have been funny. It's just saying we can't be in 2 places at once.
Oh, Terry, me, what a terrible accent. That's ridiculous, that.
So bad.
Forget this, gentlemen. This is not solving our problem.
You're right, Captain.
Stop doing that, Spook.
Captain, I've established contact with the planet.
Put it on the screen.
I missed last week's episode.
My God.
What a desolate-looking planet.
They're talking about Earth, but they're actually talking about the East End of London, because that theme tune, for anyone who doesn't know what it is, who doesn't watch TV in this country, is the theme tune for a soap or a show called EastEnders, which has been a long-running show since the 80s.
Those craggy mountains, those deep craters and deep valleys.
Oi, do you mind
Darth
I
Vader.
am the all-powerful Ada.
Ada.
I come from the planet Hernia.
I'm not surprised carrying you around.
I'll shut you.
Yeah, very good. Ada, Vader, brilliant.
I'm not surprised carrying you around.
I'll shut your face, with nut.
All right, who told her? Come on.
I have been monitoring your discussions, Earthlings. I am an extraterrestrial.
More like an extra large for me.
I heard that, Dumbo.
This is the sort of humour you can't get away with today because 1, you're fat shaming, and 2, you're calling someone about having big ears. You know what I mean? These are sort of like frowned upon these days. But for this, it's so funny.
We're having a little trouble with our nerds.
What the hell are nerds, Captain?
Well, you Earthlings call them men, but to us all men are nerds. Listen, there are 2 to beam up.
Stand by to energize the system, Snotty.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Please.
I keep telling you, it's the doors.
Beam them up, Spook. Didn't you hear me, Spook?
What was that, Captain?
Beam, beam.
He's smiling.
Now the transporter.
Greetings, Earth people. I have brought this female down from my planet. Her name is Leia.
Seems logical.
We all know what that means.
How can we help you, Daft Data?
Well, all their nerds have lost interest in Nookie. That's the word we use to...
We know we're
Yes.
way ahead of you.
As a result, our population is dwindling. We're hoping that you men will beam down and help us out. Leia here has never had Nookie.
You're showing emotion.
Nonsense, Captain.
Them ears are disturbing. Them ears are totally disturbing.
You're showing emotion.
Nonsense, Captain.
Oh, be quiet, FA Cup face.
FA Cup face.
You.
FA Cup face. The FA Cup is an English cup that football teams play for. It's got great big handles on it. So obviously it's a skit on the ears.
Oh, be quiet, FA Cup face. She wouldn't be interested in you.
If I may make a suggestion, Captain.
Stop doing that, Spook. What is it?
He laughed.
I'll beam down with Leia and check out their planet, just for scientific reasons, of course.
Of course.
You can pick me up next time around, say maybe in 10 years' time.
He's going to give us some nookie.
Very well, Spook. Mr. Sulu, beam them down.
Okie dokie, beaming down. Down the filling.
They got it wrong way. They're running the wrong way for the way the ship's moving. Look. When it's tilting downwards, it should be going down. They're running up. They're
Okie dokie, beaming down.
going the wrong way.
Down the filling.
Only if that's done on purpose.
Get out with it! I find this all very confusing, Daft Ader. I can't understand why, with such beautiful females on your planet, your nerds have lost interest in Nookie.
Yuck! Hello, Daft Data, this is Leia.
Yes, as soon as they've had Nookie, all the females change and look like me. And if you other boys want to come down...
Thanks for the offer, Daft Data, but I think we'll just beam you back and then head off on our next mission.
Yes.
Help! Get me out of here!
Very well, Spook. We'll be back for you in...
10
what
years.
Did you say? Another 10 years?
Oh my God. Again, it's humour you cannot get away with today, which is why going on this Russ Abbott trip is an absolute goldmine for me. I mean, because it's edgy. It's edgy in certain places. It's on the edge, like when Mr. Zulu was like, you know, some of the way he was pronouncing them things, it sounded very, very racist. And then you've got, like, obviously saying that women are ugly, you've got fat shaming, you've got, like, oh my God, the list continues. But, I mean, as far as a play on Star Trek goes, that was absolutely, it was on point. I mean, the fact that he'd come in with extra large ears, they made the emphasis about his extra large ears, and then all the bending and stuff, oh, it's just brilliant. It's just slapstick, and that's what I like about Russ Abbott. It's not to be taken that serious, but, you know, if you know stuff about Star Trek, then, like, about the other sketches that he does, then, you know, it's very, very rewarding watching. Wow, Russ Abbott in Star Trek. What's going to be next? Let me know in the comments if you guys wanted me to check out any other classic artists from the 80s or 90s that I haven't seen before. Then let me know in the comments what I should check out from who as well. Anyway, did you like this video? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to check the original video out, and I'll see you next time.